Good morning, family. Happy Thursday. How are you? I hope everyone is doing well. We're coming in with your Thursday morning motivation. So let's jump right into it, family. If you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. Again, family, if you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. Yes, family. I always try to tell the boys, I try to tell, me and my husband both try to tell all the kids, be grateful for everything that you have because there is always, always someone less fortunate than you are. Appreciate, what you have. Some of these kids, can be so ungrateful for the things that their parents do for them, And it's been a time where, some of our kids, they grew up, we had to get on them about that, they'll complain about something that they want that me and my husband will not give them, and it's all about teaching them, to be appreciative about, what they do have, and so when they will act a certain way, besides just punishing them, we would talk to them and let them know, look here, you know, um, we want you to grow up, in this world, and to appreciate everything that you have, and to work for everything that you have, I don't want you, we don't want you to grow up to expect nothing from the world because, as long as you go in that way, thinking that the world owes you something, you're going to be forever lost because the world don't owe you nothing. You have to work for everything that comes your way. Nobody's going to give you something because you feel like, that you that nobody going to give you, nobody going to give you something because you feel like you deserve that, if that's the case, then, everybody in the world will think they deserve everything, if that's the case, Um, but that's not how the world works. We try to tell them that, And like I said, we have a couple grown children that we have the young ones who just turned 15 yesterday, and we are, we are grateful, that the oldest ones have learned, now because they out in the world and they working out here in the world, in the real world, and they seeing that, what mom and dad have taught them about, what things that you want, that you have to go out and get it yourself. They have learned that now because they're adults and they out there working in the world and getting up every morning and going to jobs, and they see the lessons that me and my husband tried to teach them, that, don't ever take them for granted because there is someone who would love to have what you have. So don't ever, grumble about what you don't have, because it just as well as you have it, God could snatch it from you just like that and give it to someone else who deserve it because of your grunting and your unappreciativeness. So, we try to and put that in all of our children, And I have nieces and nephews as well, and try to tell them as well because they're grown, that, be appreciative for everything because nobody has to do nothing for you. Once you're grown, nobody has nothing. Not at all. I set my niece and my nephew down not too long ago, and I think my niece was complaining about, she wanted her car stopped working, and she, nobody would co-sign for her to get another car, or nobody would this and that. I said, you got a job, right? And she said, yes, Auntie. I said, you got a job, right? She said, mm-hmm. I said, you know what? I said, when I was growing up, I said, when it come to, wanting a car and everything, I said, if it broke down, I would call the bus until I got enough money, up to buy that car. You're no special than I am or anybody else. If I and everybody else can ride public transportation, who are you? You much special than I am. You much special than anybody else, who, ride public transportation to get to A to B and everything so they can get to C, no. That's not the attitude you need to have, because I told her, I said, you had that attitude, I said, forever lost, forever, and you ain't gonna have nothing. I said, because simple fact that if you act in this way and you think that someone's supposed to do something for you now, I said, you're gonna have a long, difficult life, because you're gonna expect, and you're an adult now, you're gonna expect, even in adulthood, somebody owe you something. I said, you're gonna have a difficult life. I said, life is gonna spank you the rest of your life. I said, so you need to learn, that anything that you want, you need to work for it, because nobody's gonna give it to you, not at all. So be appreciative to what you have now. Someone always, and be willing to take what you have, because they don't have it. My husband passed on the work, so many homeless people out here, and we try to, when we out with the family, and the young kids, and they have questions and everything. I said, you know what? I said, you see these homeless people here? I said, that could be any one of us, just like that. I said, they are human people like you and I. I said, you don't know their situation, you don't know their story. I said, they could have been, having a job and living in a nice house and all that, and then things changed. They could have got sick, or whatever case their situation is. The point of the story is that they have feelings. They are humans like you and I and everything, and just as well as your situation is the way it is, your situation could change. You could be on a corner with them. So be grateful for what you have. Okay? The next quote I have for you, family, is, you cannot heal in the same environment where you got sick. And say it again, family. You cannot heal in the same environment where you got sick. Okay. If what you're going through, is toxic, and it's just weighing you down, but you're trying to come out of it, you might have to distance yourself from it. Could be a person, place, thing, whatever it is that's causing you to be full of toxic, or full of negative vibes. You need to remove yourself from that situation so that you can heal, so you can, we get better, so you can have positive vibes, your energy and everything can get back to being positive. Because if you stay in that same environment, all the toxic and the negative vibes and everything is going to stay right there and poison your soul. So, I always say, remove yourself, whatever situation it is, the cause of that situation, take yourself out of it and everything, and try to heal somewhere else, because you cannot stand still in that same area that made you sick. You can't, like, for example, I have friends and everything, who, and I was in an abusive relationship, years ago, way before I met my husband, and, me, staying in that situation when I was abused and everything, that was not helping me, and I couldn't heal, I couldn't prosper, I couldn't be the best me, because I was stuck in that environment, that toxic, environment, and then until one day, it was like almost God talked to me and said that you need to go, you need to remove yourself. I guess I was scared, about, leaving, but, I knew it was time for me to go. I hear a lot of females, I talk to a lot of females who tell me they be in abusive relationships and they scared to go and everything. I was scared too, I did a story time on my situation, because out of my abuse, I was pregnant, and I gave the baby up because of the man, the things that he used to do and everything to me, so, I knew, scared and all, that if I stayed in that environment, either I was going to end up dead, but I knew the more of the story is that I could not get better staying there. I had to risk, even if it meant risking my life, I had to get out of that environment to get better. You understand, family? And it was the best decision I have ever made, because God has restored everything that that man has done to take away from me, God has restored it tenfold. And it was the best decision that I have ever made. So, family, you cannot, if it's a toxic relationship, friendship, whatever the case may be, remove yourself from that because you can't heal in that environment. Okay, family? Family, we got one more day to go to the weekend, huh? I'm tired already, family. What about you guys? I am tired. I am so tired. I'm gonna me and husband did get the updates on Jordan's EEG. We're gonna do a video either tomorrow or sometime this weekend to give you an update of what's going on with that. But family, I'm gonna get out of here and get ready for this work day and get the boys to school. And I pray each and every one of you all have a blessed Thursday. And if it's in God's will, I'll see you all tomorrow on Friday. Love you, family. Bye.